All right, everybody, we didn't do the first part of the previous question. Here it is. On this one, do yourself a favor. This part of the molecule never changes, and it's a lot of things to draw. R. I do want to point out you shouldn't circle this because you're going to do a backside attack on that carbon in this mechanism. This dot right here, don't circle it. I need it exposed for my mechanism. And the first step is to attack the sulfur. Why attack sulfur and not any other atom? It's a very positive sulfur, said the person who actually missed that lecture but caught up on her own. That makes me happy. Okay, good. So yeah, it's got 4 bonds to more electronegative stuff. O is more electronegative and Cl is more electronegative than sulfur. Each bond contributes to how positive this sulfur feels. And that's a lot positive. So you got your green R attached to a carbon with a methyl and an O and an H and a sulfur that has an O minus on top and a couple Cl's down here. And don't forget, that's an oxonium there. There you go. Any ideas for the next step? I have flexibility on the next step here. I'll take either this step where you do an elimination. Why do I call that an elimination? What are you making? A pi bond is made during an elimination reaction. And you got an O with an H. It's an oxonium. It's quite positive. Yeah, I changed my direction of drawing here. And that O comes back to a carbon with an R and a methyl. I'll give you a hint. You're going to make your pyridinium ion now. Pyridinium. Remember, this is called pyridine. What is changing the name to yum due to a molecule's formula and its charge? I will start with ammonia. You made ammonia into ammonium. What changed? Proton. You got an extra proton in the yum and a plus charge. That's what the yum means. So you got pyridine drawn there. Take a wild guess what happens to make pyridinium. Takes the H. Pyridine's a base. Grabbing this H. And the other product set up for the last part of the mechanism. You got a carbon. There's an oxygen that's attached to sulfur, and this thing wants to become a gas. So normally Cl minus, not reactive enough to do this step. But when a gas is in the offing, then that is the driving force which makes this happen. And that looks a lot like an elimination to me. Kind of a double elimination. Well, the end is the elimination. Make the pi, leaving group leaves. This is a nucleophilic attack, isn't it? Backside attack. It's got 2 things at once. I love it. It's got a backside attack and an elimination. Make pi, leaving group leaves. And that gets us to the end of the story. And you know what would make this an even better question? I'm just doing a quick retrofit. I'm gonna make that, it already is a stereo center, by the way. Stereo center hasn't changed yet. Stereo center hasn't changed yet. Uh-oh, stereo center is about to change. Right now, it is, I'm assuming the R group has a higher priority than the methyl. It has to. So it's starting as a stereocenter that is R. How would you, if you had two products to choose from, I wouldn't choose this one. That's the wrong product, right? What's the right product? This is the right product, right? S. I just want you to know, when there's a backside attack on a stereocenter, what happens to the stereocenter? Every time it inverts. And that would have been an even more thorough question without even changing the question, really. Okay, and that's good. Sure, 1 second, I'll come back to you.